Today on Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun, we're back in the Ramsey Ranch kitchen with Brooks. And I'm making a super easy Instapot recipe. This is grown up meaty mac and cheese. So we're here in the Ramsey Ranch kitchen and you're here with Brooks today. It's a great Instapot meal. This is actually not the Instapot, this is the Pampered Chef Quick Cooker, which acts the same as the Instapot. So what we're making today is the favorite dish of Christy for me. This is her favorite thing that I make, and we make this quite often actually. It's real simple to make, it's easy to cook, simple to prep, hardly anything going on here. This is grown up meaty mac and cheese. I'm going to show you all about it today. So we have beef broth. You can actually use garlic broth as well. So you've got beef broth, 4 cups of that. You have a pound of cavatappi noodles. We use the cavatappi because it curls, there's ridges, going to hold in flavor. We've got a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. We have a can of the petite diced tomatoes. This is the 14.5 ounce can. I use the Italian style, more flavor. Also have a can of the original Rotel. We've got a stick of butter. We're actually going to be using 4 tablespoons of the butter. I'll show you how that's going along. We have a jar of Rayo's pasta sauce, marinara sauce. We have a package of Boursin. You can use any flavor of Boursin that you like, but you're gonna need a whole package. I have chopped up 6 cloves of garlic, fresh garlic. We've got 2 shallots diced over here as well. You also have a package of basil and a package of oregano. This, you can use Parmesan in this. I actually use triple cheddar. I'll explain that. And we've got a pound of Italian sausage and a pound of 80/20 ground beef. So while it looks like there's a lot going on here, this is all gonna come together real quick. And yes, so we call it meaty mac and cheese, not hamburger mac and cheese, because we're using mild Italian sausage and we're using a pound of hamburger meat as well. So we'll get started. So you're gonna turn on your Sauté feature on the Instapot or Quick Cooker, whichever you have. We'll let that warm up for just a minute. All right, so we have divided the 4 tablespoons of butter. I have 2 tablespoons, and that is going right in. You're gonna hear that sizzle. We're gonna saute this butter for a moment. Get a little bit of liquid down in there. You're immediately going to smell the butter as it starts to brown already. We're going to take our garlic. We're going to go right in.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can they mince the garlic if they don't like the garlic?
So absolutely. Minced garlic is definitely quicker. I just think that fresh garlic just adds another depth of flavor. It's going to give you better flavor.
So that's the shallots.
Garlic and shallots are going in.
Or shallots.
Shallots. We're going to brown this, saute these. Get that good and going. These are going to be not quite translucent, but we do want it to cook down just a little bit.
They're going to pressure cook, right?
They are. And this is going to go away. You're not even really going to see the shallots or garlic once we get this dish completed. I did just a rough dice on that. You don't have to have full uniformity on this. We're going for flavor, not looks. So we're gonna give that just a second, and then we're gonna add in our meat. I'm gonna add in a pound, like I said, of the Italian sausage. We're gonna go ahead and do that. And then that's when our mix and chop The Pampered Chef Mix and Chop is your friend. It is lovely because it is going to help break up that beautiful meat. Now guys, we are not going to cook this all the way through because again, this being an Instapot dish, this is going to pressure cook as well.
And that will bring a lot of flavor.
My goodness. Italian sausage just adds another layer. You can do 2 pounds of ground beef. You can do 2 pounds of Italian sausage if you want. I prefer to do half and half.
Or they could use turkey or pork.
You sure can. I mean, you can use that. So now we're putting our pound of ground beef in. This is 80-20. I find that that ratio gives you the best flavor. We're not draining this, by the way. This does not get drained. And you're thinking, wow, that's going to be greasy and everything. No, it's not. The dairy and everything that goes into this will ensure that it is not greasy, but boy, the flavor you're going to have, guys.
Is this an original recipe for you?
This is a take on a recipe that I've seen online, and I just kind of doctored it up.
You've actually doctored it up a lot.
I have, yes. So this might as well be a Brooks original. We'll call it a Brooksy original.
We had a bit of a debate on what to call this dish.
I decided that grown up meaty mac and cheese, can't call it hamburger because it's got Italian sausage in it. So grown up meaty mac and cheese.
And I said pizza burger macaroni.
Right.
He didn't
Which
like that idea.
I didn't like that idea. We have something that we fix here. This is Christy's mom's recipe that are called pizza burgers. I don't want to diminish her mom's pizza burgers with my recipe.
Unfortunately, I will not be sharing that recipe.
That's right.
It is a family secret, and the family would be very upset with me if it got out.
Yes. All right, guys, we're starting to make some progress here. You see, I'm just trying to get this as chopped up as I can. We're gonna let this fry up, and we'll come right back in just a second. All right, so you see that it's not fully cooked all the way through, but it is lightly browned. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1.5 cups of the marinara, and that's gonna go in. Boom. We are gonna take the broth, which again, between 3.5, 4 cups.
Now you use the better than bouillon beef.
I use better than bouillon. Okay, we're using all of the broth. And then, yes, this is a 3-ounce package of fresh basil. Look at this, guys. That basil's going right in.
I did not know you used that much basil.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay. So now we're going to give this.
I'll poke it in there, huh?
Yep. You just kind of want to combine it just a little bit.
Now you keep the sauté or sear on during this, correct?
Yes. All right. So we're going to take our pasta. And by the way, guys, I forgot to add the spinach to our ingredient list at the beginning, but you will see that we put that in. This is a pound of cavatappi. That's going to go right in. And all we're going to do, we are not going to stir this. This is simply, we're going to pat it down. So we're just going to kind of submerge it in the water, the broth, and the sauce. And then, remember I told you we were going to need 4 tablespoons of butter? The other 2 are just pats, and they go right in. And then, that's when you're going to take your spinach. This is going to be very full, by the way. Now, this is a 5-ounce bag of spinach. I'm only using half of that. So 3 ounces of spinach. And again, don't stir. Just kind of pat that down. And then you're gonna take your Rotel. That goes right on top. And your can of petite tomatoes. Get that lid without cutting ourselves here. All right, and again, we are not stirring. I'm simply smoothing out the top, okay? That's the preliminary. So now we get to do the fun part. The lid is going on. We have turned it to seal, and we have set this on high pressure manual for 6 minutes, and then we'll come back. All right, we're back. So we got to release the pressure, and this is a quick release. So we're doing that. While I'm doing that, I'm going to prepare the rest of my ingredients, the Boursin cheese. So the best way really to do this is to open this package up, and as you open it up, lay it flat like that. I'm going to cut it into 4s because we're going to put it in while I'm getting hit in the face with the steam.
But my goodness, does it smell good in here?
As I've got the oregano in my hands, it smells so good. I feel like an Italian plumber, huh?
Chef Ramziano.
I don't know if that's a thing or not. So, I mean, maybe it is. We'll see. So, are you big on Instapots or quick cookers or pressure cookers, or do you not like to use them? So, I know that it can be scary for some people. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to touch that, I might blow up. So, and, you know.
So far, we haven't had it happen here.
We have not had that issue.
And we use it a lot.
Yes. By the way, I'm keeping a clean kitchen as I go, just because I just feel like that's important. And that's what I'm doing with the Boursin again. I'm cutting down the middle, and then I'm cutting into quarters because that is actually how I'm going to lay this, right inside there. The oregano leaves, fresh oregano is the best. Guys, I know fresh oregano can be expensive, so if you want to you've got an oregano shaker, perfectly fine as well. Same with the basil. I mean, fresh basil is absolutely top notch in this dish, and I would definitely recommend fresh basil.
So this feeds quite a few people, at least 4 to 6, I would say. Nice
you
portions.
and I will have leftovers for days.
Yes.
And we usually do.
Or we'll be taking some to the family.
Yeah. Emily does really enjoy this dish, actually. I've got the rest of my marinara here. As the dogs love to play. All right, pressure has come down, and the big reveal, and that's what it looks like. You're thinking, whoa, what happened here? Well, watch this. We're gonna get in here, and as we start to stir, look at the beautiful noodles.
It's amazing how it cooks the noodles perfect in 6 minutes.
Yes, so much basil and everything, and so I'm only gonna stir that for just a second, and then rest of the marinara is going in. Now, 1/4 cup of heavy cream.
Oh my goodness.
Boursin cheese. And again, that's how I'm doing that. See, it's just coming off in pats there.
So that's the garlic and herb, correct?
That is the garlic and herb. Guys, you can use any flavor of Boursin that you want. I just find that garlic and herb gives you the best flavor.
If you don't have Boursin,
cream cheese will work.
It's not quite as much flavor as the Boursin, but it would work.
I'm going to use 1 cup, or about half of the bag, of I used a little more, and that's okay. But about a cup. Triple cheddar is what I use. I'm not gonna stir that just yet because we're gonna take our fresh oregano.
So do you peel the leaves off of there? You do.
If a stem gets in there, it's not gonna hurt anything.
I am a fan of oregano. I love oregano.
You'd only want to use a couple of tablespoons of the oregano, but fresh oregano, like I said, guys, this is absolutely the best.
Dry will work in a pinch, though.
It will. Now, this is where we get to stirring.
Fridge, not even a couple tablespoons.
I didn't use that much there because you can always top it later if you want. And then comes the fun part. Stirring it up.
Is the meat down on the bottom?
Meat is down at the bottom. So we're gonna start to stir from the bottom. See there? Look how beautiful that meat is cooked through. Now, you're thinking this looks runny, it looks sloppy, all of those things, right? Once you incorporate all of this together, guys, you're gonna wanna let this sit in the Instapot with the lid on, because dairy, of course, needs to set for a few minutes. That's gonna help get the cheese in those ridges of the cavatappi. That's gonna help the dairy really set up.
Keep it on warm, correct?
Keep it on warm. Wow, do you smell that in here? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Yes. And again, you can see that the Boursin, did you see how the Boursin was kind of still in the chunk right there? That's why I do the pats. Whole Boursin, if you're stirring that up, it takes a little bit.
Getting creamier and creamier, and boy, my goodness, the smell.
All right, guys, we're gonna cut this right here. We're gonna go ahead, take about 5-10 minutes, let this set up while it's still on warm. We'll plate it up, and then my love is gonna try it, and we'll see what she thinks.
We'll be back in a second. To what do I owe the pleasure of this wonderful meal, sir?
Well, Chef Ramsay decided he would get in the kitchen. You've had a hard week at work.
The understatement.
You had 3 sessions today.
I had 3 today, 2 yesterday, 2 the day before, and 2 the day before.
Yep.
And 1 the day before that.
So you came home to a clean house and a home-cooked meal.
I did. It's wonderful, and it smells wonderful. And this is, Brooks is kind of an Instant Pot or quick cooker genius. He has taken to that thing, and he has some really, really good recipes. Now, they are not exactly inexpensive recipes, but they're delicious and they feed a lot of people. So there is that.
Yes.
So this is his grown-up cheeseburger macaroni. Italian.
We call it meaty mac and cheese.
Italian cheesy macaroni. I mean, there are a couple names you could really call this, but yeah, I think I'm just probably going to call it good. But let me try it for you and see if he has a good cut on it today.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
These wonderful, what are these pastas?
Cavatappi.
Cavatappi are cooked perfectly. All right. It's so good. That is like 5-star restaurant. 5-star Italian restaurant pasta.
Well, thank you.
Made in the kitchen in the Instant Pot. Seriously, it is that good. The flavor of all of the herb spices. I honestly didn't realize he used that much basil in this recipe, but it's so delicious. It just adds a whole dimension of flavor. And then the creaminess brought in from the Boursin and the heavy cream. Oh my goodness. And then he's got all those tomatoes and the Rotel and the Rayo's pasta sauce. Now, if you can't find Rayo's, you can use your favorite. It's a 32 ounce jar, 28, I think it's
32 ounce, yeah.
Jar. And the sausage and the ground beef. Don't skimp on the sausage because that's kind of what helps make this dish. It is so good, baby. You did a good job.
I appreciate that.
I don't have the golden fork right now.
Does it get the golden
But just
fork?
pretend this is a golden fork.
We'll pop it up right here.
But thank you for making me dinner.
Well, you're welcome, my love.
And for showing all of our friends how to make this wonderful
Bougie
it is
meal.
it is a bougie mac hamburger cheeseburger mac.
Tell us in the comments what you think it should be called.
Yeah, we're really kind of
I think I've settled on Italian cheeseburger macaroni.
I think that's
I like that. It is grown up for sure.
So much flavor going on. There is nothing bland here. It's delicious. Solid. But hey guys, if you liked this video, you know what to do. Please smash that like button. That helps us. Subscribe to Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun. It is free to do so. You don't have to spend a penny, but that helps you to know when we post videos, especially when you press that, what is it, school's in?
Ringy dingy, hit that notification bell.
Hit that notification bell, and it'll notify you when we have new content. The next video is very exciting.
Yes, we'll just leave it at that.
I'm just gonna say one little thing, one little hint. Chicago is my kind of town. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
But we will see you next time. We love you, and we appreciate every single one of you who watch, who share, and who love us and encourage us. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
God bless y'all. We can't wait to show you what's next.
Make you some Italian cheeseburger macaroni.